There's a guy named Marcus. He's 32, works as a project manager in Denver, makes about $85,000 a year. He just started investing $300 a month into his 401k. On paper, he looks like he's still figuring things out. Then there's David, 42, senior manager at the same company, $125,000 a year. Beautiful house in the best school district, nice car. Looks like he's won. Here's what they don't know. Marcus has already mathematically secured a retirement that David cannot catch, no matter how hard he works or how much he earns. The line between winning and losing in wealth isn't drawn when you make the most money. It's drawn years before that. Most people don't even know that line exists until it's too late. In this video, you'll learn exactly where that line is, why your 30s matter more than your 40s, and what to do about it. If you're 35 and just waking up to this, or under 30 and worried you're behind, subscribe and like this video. We're all told the same thing. The real money comes in your 40s and 50s. That's when you'll save aggressively. The first part is true. You do earn more in your 40s. The median person age 45 to 54 makes about $97,600. That's substantially more than most people earn in their 30s. So logically, that should be when you save the most, right? Except it doesn't happen. By the time you reach your 40s, your life has become expensive in ways that feel permanent. Your mortgage is locked in. Your kids need school, activities, tutoring. Your car payment is something you signed up for. Your health insurance is tied to your job. Moving feels impossible. Every expense has become part of your identity. So when your income finally peaks, it doesn't translate into savings. It translates into a lifestyle that's too big to shrink. Think of it this way. 2 horses pulling a cart up a mountain. One starts pulling early when the cart is light. It pulls steadily for 40 years. Momentum builds. By the summit, the horse barely needs to pull. Momentum carries the cart. The second horse starts halfway up. It pulls twice as hard, but the cart is heavy now. The mountain is steep. All that extra effort barely moves the needle. The horse exhausts itself, and the cart stops. Both horses gave effort. Both pulled hard, but they arrived at completely different destinations. Why? Because of when they started, not how hard they worked. Meet Rachel, 30 years old, graphic designer in Austin, $62,000 a year. She opens a Roth IRA and invests $300 every month. That's it. If we assume a conservative 7% average annual return, standard for long-term stock market investing, by age 65, Rachel will have $584,000. Here's what that actually means. She invested $108,000 of her own money. $276,000 came from compounding alone. 81% of her retirement came from time, not effort. Now, what if Rachel waited until 40? Same $300 a month, same 7% return, but only 25 years instead of 35. She ends up with $217,000, $367,000 less for waiting 1 decade. But here's what breaks people's minds. Rachel's first $300 contribution at 30 grew to $4,470 by 65. That same $300 invested at 40 became only $1,440. She gave up $3,000 in growth from 1 month of contributions. Now the bigger picture. Meet Ben. He starts investing at 25, puts away $1,250 monthly for 40 years. Total contributions, $600,000. Retirement balance at 65, $4,365,000. Meet Chris. Chris starts at 45, invests $2,500 monthly for 20 years. Same $600,000 in total contributions. Retirement balance, $1,142,000. Same amount invested. $3 million difference. That's the power of time. Now, the obvious objection, but I earn way more in my 40s. Yes, you do. But here's what actually happens to that money. Meet Keisha, 34, marketing manager in Houston. At 30, she made $55,000 and saved $200 monthly. At 34, she got promoted, now makes $72,000. That's a $17,000 raise. She should be saving way more, right? She's saving $300 a month, $100 more than before. Where did the rest go? Her apartment rent was $800. Now her mortgage is $1,500. She bought a newer car. Her kid is in a better school district. Groceries are better quality. The restaurants are nicer. She got a $17,000 raise. Her savings went up by $1,200 a year. The rest got absorbed by lifestyle. And here's the critical part. She can't go back. Her mortgage is locked in. Her kid is in the school. Her lifestyle is now her identity. The second horse is pulling harder, but the cart got heavier too. In your 30s, you can still choose. You can live in a small apartment. You can drive an old car. You can take a weird job that pays less. You can say no to things. You have identity flexibility. By your 40s, that changes. You're locked in. Not by force, but by choices that feel irreversible. Your health insurance is tied to your job. Leaving, even if you hate it, feels dangerous. You have dependents. You have a mortgage. You have a life that looks a certain way now. This is the golden handcuffs trap. You're not poor. You're earning well. You're not struggling. But you're also not free. 82% of people in their 40s with low mortgage rates feel locked into their homes because moving means facing double the payment. They're stuck, not because they were forced, but because their own success made leaving impossible. You're not behind on money, you're behind on freedom. And here's the brutal truth. Your 30s were never about how much you could earn. They were about buying yourself time, and that time is gone now. If you're in your 30s, you still have a window. Here are 3 frameworks that work. Framework 1, the compound interest window. You have maybe 5 to 10 years of true leverage left. Use it now. Direct 10 to 15% of your gross income to tax-advantaged accounts. 401k, IRA, Roth. If your employer matches, you're leaving free money on the table if you don't hit that match. Rachel invested $300 monthly on a $62,000 salary. That's less than 6%. She could have gone higher, but the point is she invested something consistently while young. The mathematics worked. Framework 2, the 50-50 rule. Every time you get a raise, save at least 50% of it. If you get a $10,000 raise, save 5, spend 5. This isn't deprivation. You got a free raise. Keisha got a raise and spent it all. If she'd saved half, she'd be investing an extra $850 monthly by now. That's an extra $124,000 at retirement, just from that one raise. Framework 3, the future. You decision. In your 30s, you have identity flexibility. You can live below your means without it feeling weird. Around 40, your lifestyle becomes your identity. You can't downgrade without it feeling like failure. This is your last decade to choose. Use it. What if you're already in your 40s? First, accept it. You didn't miss everything. Chris still built $1,142,000. It's real. Second, adjust. Cut your housing costs if possible. Cut your car payment. Increase your savings rate by being ruthless about spending. Plan to work longer. Acceptance lets you plan. Planning lets you still win, just on a different timeline. Marcus is 32. He seems behind. Most people looking at him would say he's still figuring it out. David is 42. He seems like he won. Most people would say he's made it. But the invisible line was drawn between them years ago. Marcus's horse barely needs to pull anymore. Momentum is carrying the cart. The work is already done. He gets to choose now. He gets to like his job, not need it. He gets to be free. David's horse is exhausted. It's pulling harder than ever, but it's locked into the path. He can't leave his job. He can't move. He can't take a sabbatical. All the choices have been made for him. Money isn't about stuff. It's about freedom. It's about being able to say no. It's about being able to choose based on what you want, not what you have to do. Your 30s are about buying that freedom while you still can, because once you're 40, the store closes. If you're in your 30s, start today, not next month, not after the promotion. Today. $300 if that's what you can do. $25 if that's what you can do. Something grows, nothing stays nothing. If you are in your 40s, don't spiral, adjust, plan, start anyway. It's never too late to start. It's just no longer early. And that changes everything. Time is the only resource you can't earn back. Your 30s are the only decade when time is still working with you instead of against you. Don't waste it. Ains League, and subscribe if this shifted how you think about the next decade. And comment, what's one thing you're going to do differently this week?